What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Kev coming to you with another game analysis, and going to look at the games that just went final. The Game 5 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Washington Wizards and the Boston Celtics. Celtics win handily over the Wizards, 123 to 101. Just a dominant performance, wire to wire, by the Boston Celtics, number one seed in the East. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the Wizards just. I mean, they really just not a very just not a very encouraging performance tonight from the Wizards, man. They played like a team that they had another home game. They played like, okay, we'll let this one go, and we'll let this one go, and then we'll see it. We'll play game 6 at home in front of our fans. That's basically what they play like. They play like they play like they could give up this game. Yeah, I was very, very disappointed with Washington's performance. Especially after the first 2 games in Boston, where Washington performed well, and well enough to win. Actually, yeah, just very, very pissed off with the Washington's performance. All these whole playoffs, especially the conference semis, they've been all blowouts. The best game of the semifinals was last night, and I didn't see a damn lick of it. The Rockets Spurs game 5. I would have made a video about it, but I didn't see it. But yeah, very lackluster performance by Washington tonight. Wall led again with 21 points, 7 of 17 shooting. That's a bad night. And then he only had 4 assists. I don't know exactly the averages that for Wall this year, but I know they got to be up within like. He's got to be averaging at least like 8 assists, because it's been many games where he's had 10 assists in the playoffs, and only had 4 tonight. From the numbers that he's been putting up, that's just a bad look, man. Bill had 16, 7 of 19 shooting, so both of them hit 7 shots. He also had 4 assists, and then Otto Porter Jr. had 13. To round out the starters, 6 of 11 shooting, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Kelly Oubre, Kelly Oubre, the villain, the villain of the new Boston's new favorite villain, had 13 off the bench. All 5 of 10 shooting. He had an okay game. Obviously, Kelly Olynyk for the Celtics gave Oubre a hard screen in Game 3. Oubre charged at him and pushed him over, shoved him over. Flop. Anyway, yeah. So now Kelly Oubre Jr. is public enemy number 1 in Boston, but yeah, he had a pretty decent game. Though. No lie. But Boston, they just didn't have it tonight. Washington, they didn't have it tonight. Especially their 2 stars hitting 7 shots each. That just ain't gonna get it done. On the other side, Boston, Isaiah Thomas, he really didn't have that good of a game. 5 of 13 shooting, 18 points, but he had 9 assists. Why did he have 9 assists? Because other guys were stepping up, hitting shots, and especially Avery Johnson with a playoff career high 29 points off 12 of 19 shooting, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Of course, turnovers. I'm sorry, but Avery Bradley not much of an offensive scorer. He's known for his defense. Yeah, man, really good game out of Avery Johnson tonight. It's gonna be Avery Bradley. I'm making my mistakes in all this whole damn video. Also, Al Horford stepped up, 19 points, 8 of 9 shooting. Al Horford almost was hitting almost everything he was throwing up. It was a few shots where I was like, ugh. But they went in. I was like, man, yeah, he had 6 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, 7 assists for a big guy. That's pretty good. There's no reason why John Wall should only have 4 assists when Al Horford has 7. That makes no sense at all. I mean, it's just my opinion. You might think otherwise, leave it in the comments. But also, Jay Crowder stepped up, 18 points, 6 of 15 shooting, 8 rebounds. Like I said, just a very lackluster performance out of Washington. I feel it was lackluster. I mean, like I said, they seemed like they were playing like they knew they had Game 6 at home. And of course they do. I think it's Friday night. Now their backs are against the wall. They're in an elimination game. I picked the Wizards in 6. I mean, I guess the Celtics, really like this, number 1 seed underdog role where everyone's picking against you, because they've stepped up. Even before the Bulls 2-0 lead, I picked the Bulls in 6 over Boston in the first round. I mean, when they won those two, when Chicago beat Boston in first 2 games at home, I mean, it didn't look like it would get the 6. It looked like that Chicago would have beat Boston in a sweep, but I mean, Boston goes into Chicago, wins and wins all 3 games in Boston. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy that through the first 2 rounds, well, until tonight, Boston only has what, 4 home wins. 4 home wins, in the first couple rounds. I mean, usually it'd be 6. Usually be 6 or something, but they only have 4. They only have 4 home wins, and like I said, dropping those first 2 at home was crucial to the Bulls. But I mean, like I said again, the mental fortitude of Isaiah Thomas and the mental fortitude of that team, period. Especially going through what Thomas and his family went through at that time, and then his teammates for lifting him up. It was pretty special to watch. But yeah, man, like I said, Washington played like they had a Game 6 at home, and they do. I mean, this has been a series of the home team. This has been a series of the home team. Every home team has won in this series. So I don't see why it'd be any different. I mean, with the way that Washington came out, and with the way that Washington played in Washington, especially it was at game 4 where they had, where they went on that 26-0 run with all the steals and stuff. I think Washington can get it done at home, and it'll be a Game 7 in Boston where anything goes. Yeah, I truly believe Washington will win Game 6 at home and then force a Game 7 in Boston. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, they can't come out with a performance like this anymore. I mean, the 2 stars, Beal and Wall, have to step up. They have to shoot better, from the field. Like I said, both of them hit only 7 shots each, and then they missed they missed about 8 or 9 shots apiece. Yeah, Bill missed 8. Bill missed 12. Wall missed 10. Like, you can't have that out of your 2 stars if you want to win. So I expect them to play better at home. I expect their role guys to help them better as well. Cortado only had 7. He had 11 rebounds, but and then Morris had 9. That's pretty okay, but Bogdanovich hasn't had the series that he's had. He didn't have the type of game that he's had in the series. Like I said, he's one of the role players, so he'll step up at home. But yeah, I do expect them to step up at home. I do expect it to be a game 7. I don't know about a game 7 yet. Like I said, I've seen so much in this series where either side you never know. But yeah, post comments down below. Let me see what you guys think about this game and this series. Winner faces Cleveland. Yeah, Washington's back is against the wall in Game 6 at home. Leave a like if you like this video. You probably don't because this video sucked. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. And I wish you guys nothing but positive vibes only. I'm going to see you in the next video.